Welcome to the Disrespected Fathers podcast show. And I have to apologize to the fan base. Uh, a lot of things have happened, and a lot of things are happening. Uh, we are behind. I didn't get to do a show last week, but I am happy to be back this week. And we got a double header today. We got two shows ahead of us today. So this will be the first of two shows. Um, and we got to get back on track. So much has happened. I had to take a move. So I'm working on getting us back in the studio in a studio setting with everything. And then I am also working on a lot more other things. I'm working on a better working, a better employment situation for myself. Um, a lot of things are happening. Um, Good news is though, we're back on StreamYard. We're excited about that. We just got to get everything back together, put it back in the studios to where everything can start coming clear and we can get everything back rolling all in one piece. Uh, I'm excited about that. Um, I've been down under the weather a lot. Well, not under the weather. I've just been down in the dumps a little bit. Things are changing. Um, a lot of it for the better. I've been on this tour, what I call the cutoff tour. Cut off everybody that means you no good. Cut off everybody that doesn't mean you well, and keep it moving. But that being said, I know y'all tired of hearing me mumble about nothing. We got to start putting this stuff on. What's the place? Spotify and iHeart, so people can get the message. I'd love that to take place. Um, Welcome everybody that's coming in. Let's start off by I seen this video on YouTube, and I don't get my content from there, but I seen this video on YouTube uh, where I watched this girl uh, have her dash cam on with her two sons in the car, and they're imitating a drive-by shooting, and she's driving, and I almost seen her get in a car accident filming them while they're reenacting a drive-by shooting. One of them was pretending after he got done with the the drive-by shooting tool. He tosses it in the back seat to his brother, and his brother continues on with the drive-by shooting, uh, faking, or whatever. Listen and listen to me carefully. And I don't care who gets mad, but these modern women do not need kids. These modern women do not need kids. They don't know how to raise kids. They are still of a child mindset in the first place. This is what happens when you don't have a father in your life. This is what happens when you were being raised by somebody that didn't know how to raise themselves, and they shouldn't have to raise themselves. But this is somebody that does not know how to conduct themselves in a motherhood fashion. This is terrible. This is terrible. And you just smiling. She's just over there smiling and laughing like it's nothing. This is sad, bro. I'm serious. This is sad. Me as a mentor, me as a mentor to kids that have to come up like this. Your work is cut out for you. Your work is cut out for you deeply. You got a lot of work ahead of you. And the only thing that's going to stop it is hardcore old school discipline and respect. There is no other thing, there's no other tool you can use but hard old school discipline and respect. You ain't got no other choice in it. There's no other choice in the matter. I was just talking to someone. Oh, was it yesterday or the day before yesterday? I think it was yesterday. This guy told me that his 6-year-old son is not allowed access to cell phones, is not allowed access to computers. He doesn't even play video games. He doesn't do none of that. He does none of that. You know what he does? His dad told me his only enjoyment in what he enjoys is going to help his dad landscape, being on a zero turn, being on a John Deere tractor, being using a lawnmower, and that's his enjoyment. He enjoys that more than anything in this world. He enjoys that more than anything in this world. And I talked to this little 6-year-old young man, and he was he wasn't even excited about getting on the go-karts. He wasn't even excited about that. He just, talking about his life, telling me about his life as a 6-year-old kid, what he does and how what a zero turn does when he's on his lawnmower helping his dad. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. But yet and still, we got these women that glorify all of these social media trends, all of these silly keep up with the Joneses type things, and you raising your kids wrong. You're raising your children way wrong. You're raising them wrong. Who in their right mind, who has parents? Raise your hand if you had parents that you couldn't even watch a certain TV show unless it was okay by them. You couldn't be exposed to certain music unless it was okay by them. Man, I got foster parents, and they monitored everything I did. And to this day, I'm grateful that they did that. To this day, I'm grateful that they did that. You know, I remember my first album that I bought. The first album with my own money. The first album I ever had was Michael Jackson. The first album I ever had was Michael Jackson Thriller. The first album I bought with my own money was Janet Jackson Control. That was in 87, 86, 87. I started buying more music and listening to more and more music. but they wanted to know what music I was listening to, because just in case I wasn't getting influenced. So I'm gonna tell you what I used to buy. My first album was Janet Jackson Control. I think my first rap album I ever bought was Beastie Boys License to Ill. Then I bought Huey Lewis and the News. Uh, I had New Edition. I had, um, I think, DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. Uh, a couple of more. And then I brought LL Cool J in. I brought LL Cool J in. And at that time, they was like, who was that? Who was that? And I think it was his I'm Bad album. It was the I'm Bad album. But fortunately, Walmart at the time censored the music, and they they looked at it and they seen the album cover and they was like, no, my foster parents are white people. So they seen the album cover and they was like, I need to hear him. Well, if not, we're gonna bring this tape right back to the store, Stacy. So I said, okay. So they I let them listen to it. They listened to it for a week, and they said, I don't know what none of this means. Uh but I didn't hear any cursing. So you're okay. Now, I can say this now, but they didn't know LL. He did a lot of, not a lot of cursing back then, but he did. But I guess that he couldn't make it out. So they couldn't make out what he was saying. So it was like, okay, you can have him. He's okay. And then I got a couple of times they were trying to quote some of his words. I'm bad. I'm bad. But yeah, influences is what the point I'm trying to make. The influences of some of these uh, parents mixed with this music that they grew up on. These kids are reenacting a drive-by shooting. You understand me? Cops see that, and you see what's going on now. Then she's going to be upset and claiming for justice for a situation that she could have prevented. She could have prevented this. Nobody was seat belted in, and she's almost hitting other. I don't know if she was almost hitting other cars or running stop signs. I don't know what she was doing, but and then I looked a little deeper. She gets slammed on the internet, and I read some of the comments. She gets slammed on the internet for what she was doing, but a lot of other women that were 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 on her bandwagon. See, this is what you don't need, man. This is what you do not need. You don't need this stupidity right here. You don't need people telling you that you raising your kids is the way to be raising them. It's okay to tell somebody, hey, man, this is wrong. This is wrong. This is absolutely wrong. You don't have these old school people in your life. If you don't have these old school people in your life and you don't respect old school people in your life, go on and let me see how long that lasts. Go ahead and let me see how long that lasts. Because I'm telling you now, if you don't accept accountability and take lessons from people who have got there or been there, You're going to lose. Your children going to be raised wrong. They're going to be reenacting that for real in real life. They're going to be probably a few feet under the ground, which I hope not. But this is the type of stuff that we bring on ourselves as Black people. This is the type of stuff that Black people bring on themselves. You have to accept accountability. You have to be around people that want the best for you, because all they want is the best from you. They want the best from you. They want you to put your best foot forward to help them. But how are they helping you? Being around older adults, I don't care what creed or color, being around older adults is going to make you a better person. It's going to teach you how to raise your children. You don't want to be burying your child. And I see a lot of these women doing this for this attention because the father ain't there no more. So you turn these kids into clones. I'm gonna say this. The let's see, the son husbands and the daddy haters, the daughter daddy haters. You turn these kids against their father, and then now you got them wilding out, doing stuff like I just explained about the kids reenacting stuff they see that they know they're not supposed to be doing. They know they're not supposed to be doing this. But we, or you moms, allow it anyway. I'm trying to understand. Help me understand. You're the reason why the man left in the first place. When the child is in trouble with the law, who is the first person that you call? The same person that you turned them against. Why should he have to do that? Why should he have to go and bail out a person that's caused him problems over the years? This man should be somewhere with his kids without your interference. But you're mad at him because he started over. I'm gonna keep saying it because I done went through this. I done been down this road with y'all before. If you cannot raise the child, and I'm talking to you mamas, I'm gonna say you sperm carriers. If you cannot raise the child, how about giving him to the parent, the father, the other father, or the other parent? Excuse me. How about giving him to the other parent so he can raise him? If he's unable to raise them, why don't you give them to your mother or his mother? Somebody that's able to raise them so they can grow up in a better environment. You don't want to do that because it'll cut off benefits. Instead of you getting up, going to hustle and get a job, a real damn job, or getting a trade or something. That's too much for you. With that being said, we're going to end this and we're back to be on StreamYard. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're doing a double header, so we'll see you back here in an hour.